Hi, good morning, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 684, and we're here live in Southwest Florida in my beautiful tropical backyard. My name is Kristin Omdahl. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know if you're crafting this morning. What are you working on? Let me know if you have any questions, anything at all. Hi, good morning, Grace and Christine and Lily, Thea, Patricia. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Hi, Judy and Lisa. Good morning. Hi, Rita and Pamela. Hello, Melissa and Mindy, Joe. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Hi, Hills and Pamela, Julia, Barbara. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Constance. Good morning. We made it to 684 episodes. Yay. Yes. Hi, Martina. Yes, TGI Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Hi, Marcia and Jill and Susie. I don't know what I'm so excited about being Friday. Hi, Carrie. But I do have a lot of exciting projects that I'm working on. So, you know me, I'm just always excited about work in general. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Kira and Jeet. Yeah, although on the weekends I try a little harder to make myself go outside a little bit. Doesn't mean I'm always successful. Hi, Chris. And the weather's been so crappy here for so many days in a row now that the sky looks clear right now. Maybe there's a good chance I'll get to go outside at some point today or even this weekend. Ah, yes, the birds are out this morning too. You can hear them. Wonderful. Thank you, Pamela. I've got my hair in that, I don't know what you call it. Is it a halo braid? I have two French braids going like that, and then I tuck each one up inside each other so it goes in a circle around my head, and then put a flower in the center. Hopefully I turned around enough for you to see it. I can't remember what this style braid is called, and it doesn't and I don't recall if anybody else figured out the name last time I did it this week, but if anybody can let me know what this style of braid is called, I would love to know. It's my favorite, and my braids are finally long enough to do it. I've been growing my hair for a while now, as you know, and so I'm very excited to be wearing my hair like this again. Grace can't remember either. I cannot remember. I know there's a name for it, but I can't remember. I think Dutch braid has to do with the way you pull the hair. I don't know what it means when you tuck the ends under and make the circle. Um, oh, Judy's posting links for what I'm wearing. I did not have time to post links for what I'm wearing this morning. Oh, crown braid. I think that might be it, Joe. I think you might be right. Well, that sounds nice and regal and queen-like. I'll take that. Or a halo braid. That sounds angelic. I like that one too. Hi, Lorraine. Good morning. What is that noise? Sounds like a gong. Yeah, halo sounds great. Halo and crown. I'll take halo or crown. Either one sounds just fine to me. So Judy's posting links for what I'm wearing, so take a minute here to oh, is that for the 9/11 victims? Thank you, Barbara. That is very nice. Is it 9/11? No, it's not. Maybe they did it at, because I heard those, I heard the first church bells at 9 that they always do on the hour, but those were the church bells for 9/11. That's, okay. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it very much. Hi, Jackie. Yes, it is 9/11. I'm sure we all have, oh, the time of the first plane hitting. Thank you, Judy. I'm sure we all have memories of where we were that day, and certainly all have our own feelings and different coping mechanisms for mourning the loss of all of those innocent people. Definitely a traumatic moment in every person's life. Hi, Jackie. Yeah, 19 years today, right? Hi, Hi Harbicia. Hi Judy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 684, and we are here live in Southwest Florida in my beautiful tropical backyard. My name is Kristin Omdahl. Thank you, everybody who is here joining live, saying hello. If you have any questions or would like to share what you're working on, I know everybody else would love to hear it as well as I would. And if you watch the recorded version, if you watch the recorded version, which I know most of you do, please also feel welcome to say hello. Someone's just mentioned, Carrie, this was before Marlon was born. Yes, I was pregnant with Marlon on the original 9/11. I was pregnant with Marlon and lived in Israel at the time and got the news on a foreign-speaking radio while I was not in my hotel and rushed back to my hotel to find out what was going on. It was a very scary time to be living outside the U.S. and not to mention living in the Middle East during a wartime over there as well. Very, very traumatic and scary. And then being pregnant on top of it, my hormones were a gigantic hot mess. Thank you, Jackie. You're watching me on Knit and Crochet Now. Wonderful. Are you getting season 10 or season 11? Because I started on the show last year in season 10, and season 11 just started airing nationwide within the last couple of months. So I'd love to know which season you're getting. I've been on 2 seasons now. It's been very exciting. How is Marlon? I haven't mentioned him in a while. Marlon is good. Marlon is working. He is trying to save up money for a car, and so he takes my car every day and goes to work and spending a lot of time away from the house, actually. So it's just me and the kitties most of the time now. It's just been very quiet, but I think the kitties enjoy it. The kitties certainly enjoy my undivided attention, that's for sure. So I do a lot more cooking for one now. I do make large batches so that there's food if he does come home hungry, and occasionally he takes food for his friends and wipes me out completely of food, but I certainly don't mind that either. I miss having people to cook for, but I spend a lot more time alone here because he's working so much now and taking my car. Oh, Carrie says season 11 of Knit and Crochet Now starts next Friday in her area. Yay! You'll have to let me know what you think of this season and if you like my episodes. Yes, Marcia, it was extremely scary being outside of the country. I didn't have access to a phone line to the U.S. for several days. The airlines were shut down. I was worried that I was stuck overseas forever. There was a time, and obviously irrational thought, there was definitely a time that I didn't know if I'd ever make it back to U.S. soil. And that was extremely frightening. And then once things got semi-normal again after 9/11, to be in a relationship where I was frightened and didn't know if I'd make it back to U.S. soil as well. Also frightening, there was a long time there between my pregnancy through when Marlon and I came back when he was 22 months old. There was a very long stretch of time there where I did not know if I'd ever make it back to U.S. soil. And I don't believe I've left U.S. soil since. I would love to travel internationally again one day, but for a long time there, I was just really glad to be back on U.S. soil, that's for sure. When you can't go home, it's a very, very frightening feeling. And don't know if you'll ever make it back home in your lifetime. That was very stressful. Marlon is painting houses right now. He's doing landscaping and painting and doing physical labor outdoors, but making decent money doing it. And he's found somebody who has several houses that need work, and so he'll be doing a couple of houses here locally, and then he'll be sent to the East Coast to do a couple more houses. So he has a large chunk of work to do, and the guy he's working for also is a businessman and really is trying to mentor him into thinking about starting his own business for doing this type of handyman work out on houses. So it may turn out to be something special and a great trade for him to learn. And in the meantime, he's making money and saving up money for a car. So it's working out really well for him right now. And I love the idea that he's learning how to work hard physically. I think there's nothing wrong with putting in your time outdoors, busting your butt and sweating. Good old-fashioned hard work is a great thing to learn, whether it's because you enjoy doing it forever or you enjoy learning how to avoid it down the road. It's all good, and I really like seeing. I like seeing it. I'm happy for him, and I'm proud of him. Yeah, he's doing great. So thank you for asking. All right, so let's come back to the first couple of links that Judy shared with us this morning, and that is that I am wearing the Paloma Pullover, and it is in Be So Fine yarn, and I'll stand up so you can see it. Today I wore it over one of my fitted mid-length Amazon dresses, you know these dresses, and so I wore it over the dress, and you can see how you may not think about wearing a top over a dress, but that's because you don't normally think in terms of tops being open and lacy. And this actually ends up looking like a skirt and a top more so than a dress and a top because it's fitted. So if you were wearing a skirt, a bodysuit would work up here or a tank top tucked in, but instead of having those extra pieces, a fitted dress ends up giving you that really nice look of a skirt and a top combined. And so that's how I'm wearing it today with the Amazon dress, the Paloma crochet pattern in Be So Fine yarn. But then I also wanted to talk to you, I'll turn around too so you can see all of it. Don't know if I've mentioned that I've started running again, and don't recall, I ran a marathon long before we started the podcast. So when I first started running at 38 years old, I had never run a day in my life and couldn't run to the end of the street at first. And so I started with walking a little bit, then running, and as I kept doing that, I was able to eventually start running again. Well, I did that same thing recently, not training for a marathon, just want to get rid of my belly. But so I finally got to the point this week where I was able to graduate from walk and run back to straight running. So I've been running about 3.5 miles a day every day this week, and well, every day that it hasn't been raining so far, and I'm so proud of myself. So I just wanted to mention that it's okay if you can't do what you want to do at first, as long as you don't give up. If you put in your time and consistently try, you can improve your skills at anything. Whether it's you want to learn how to do a push-up, you start with one and you work your way through to more, right? You want to learn how to knit something that you've never made before, crochet something you've never made before, or learn how to run like I'm doing right now. It doesn't matter. As long as you put in your time, you will absolutely improve your skills and condition yourself to be able to do more. So I just wanted to share that because I'm super proud of myself this week, because now, it's 9 years since I ran the marathon, and I'm now 47 years old and starting over with running again. And I'm just so proud that every time I've tried over the last several years, I've never gotten to the point of straight running. I've always, lost my breath and had to walk, run. And now I'm finally back to just straight running again. And because it's something that you have to put in the time, you can't spend money to, anytime you have to achieve something through work and patience and time and not giving up rather than spending money, I feel like it makes me just so proud when I've taken the time to do it and made my accomplishments. So just wanted to point that out, that no matter what you're trying to do, just don't give up. Just don't give up. As long as you stick to your plan, you will see improvement. And I don't care what you're working on, anything. Yeah, not that walking is bad either. Walking is fantastic. I just prefer running to walking. Thank you, Bonnie. Okay, another thing I want to mention about the Paloma Pullover. The pattern includes instructions for different size sleeves. But this is a pattern on my website, Hills. There's a link. Judy's been posting links in the live chat so far. It is a pattern in my crochet pattern shop, and the charts will show you different length sleeves that you can add. And what's interesting about this pattern is that it starts up here, and the front and back are both worked as a T. Can you see that? If you started here and worked down without shaping, you would start the arms and the top body, right? And then once you get to this point, then you join the front and back and work the bottom. But here's where I want to make a suggestion. Why not keep going from this length and go all the way down, and you'd have a poncho too. How beautiful would that be, right? You could make a giant square for the front and back and join them along the shoulder, and you would make an amazing poncho out of this, and a mat or a beach cover-up or a Ruana, I guess, if you kept them separate. But I think that this would be absolutely stunning as a poncho. Yeah, it would be so pretty, Lisa. So pretty. And then you could choose to sew up the sides or leave them open. You could make a belt, and so you could make it a semi-fitted one where you'd have those arm sections and then the body section, or you could just leave it loose and make it like a big square poncho. I think all of those examples would be amazing, and now that fall's coming, I think it's really fun to think of ways to reuse the patterns that we already have. And you could even, I would do this probably in a thicker yarn. Maybe do it in Be So Bold, my worsted weight cotton bamboo blend, or maybe do it in Be So Baby, my number 3 DK weight blend. Which weight would you do it in, Bjorn? Let's see. What would be, Bjorn, if you were making the Paloma top into a poncho, what color would you like? I know what color Becker would like. Becker is in love with hot pink. That's why Becker steals hot pink bikini tops, and he steals anything pink he sees. What about you, buddy? What color would you want? He says, I don't want a poncho. I just want some belly rubs. You ready to get down, sugar? I can't believe he's still here. What do you think? What color would be a pretty poncho for the Paloma? I'm gonna guess he would go with a neutral. He would pick, he's not ready to choose a color yet, but I'm telling you, Becker would choose a hot pink. He would go with, oh yes, Be So Tender would be another great choice. Thank you, Judy. That's my number 4 worsted weight cotton yarn. Absolutely. So you could make it in a thicker yarn, which would then make it a little bit bigger, which would be perfect. It would adjust the gauge, but that would be good. I think you would want to make it maybe a little bit wider and longer. Ah, Mint Pixie just finished the Sweet Clara top. Wonderful. And you're gonna make the Paloma next. Wonderful. This is a super fun and quite easy pattern to make. You can find video tutorials here on my YouTube channel that supplement the pattern. The pattern includes multiple sizes. Did I write this for a poncho and a top? I don't think so. I think I only wrote it for a top. But anyway, like I said, be so easy to make this a poncho too. And so, what color did I use? It's an old color. I made this many, many years ago, Thea. I think it was called Carnivale, but it's definitely an old color. I've got lots of beautiful colors in Be So Fine and Be So Fine Bling yarn though right now. And I do have some variegated colors like Key West and Rainbow Sherbet, and I'm sure there's more if you want to check my website. I have lots of beautiful solid colors and variegated colors in both Be So Fine Silver Bling, and Be So Fine Gold Bling. There's lots of colors to choose from. I know one that I think would be so pretty for fall. I've got that tortoise shell color in Be So Fine Gold yarn that's those beautiful neutrals, and Coyote, which has beautiful variegated neutrals too. Those are both in Be So Fine Gold Bling. They would be really pretty. But so many pretty colors. We should do another day of bringing out colors and showing everything in stock, but we'll do that another day, not today. I know what I want to show you. Who wants to see a garden update? Does anybody want to see a garden update? I've got some exciting things to show you. Oh, and if anybody could remind me, someone said that if I cut the babies on this plant at some specific spot, it would make the plant actually grow thicker. And I can't remember if the person said to cut the babies down there or cut the babies up there. Could someone let me know about that? Because I'd like to know how to, Grace, you do. If you could explain it to me, Grace, you could, or if you want to email me instead of talking here, that's fine too. But I can't remember how to make this get thicker. So anyway, that's my spider plant that's been in my family, like, I don't know, did I decide it was 4 or 5 generations? It's been in my family a really long time. And then I've got my Boston fern that has gotten so long now that it's actually touching the ground. And unfortunately, it's still in the original pot that I bought it from at the store, so I haven't even repotted it yet, which is a bummer because it really needs repotting, and I need to figure out if it needs to be on a taller table or is it okay to trim it. Like, I feel bad that it's touching the ground. It looks like the most magnificent firework of greenery though, doesn't it? It's gorgeous. So it's about 4 feet tall at the moment. It looks great. And my my orchids apparently love this spot of the this corner here, because I have new sprouts with old flowers at the same time. I've got roots just growing in every single direction. They just look so healthy, don't they? Even though there's not a lot of flowers right now, they look super duper healthy. So next I want to show you my lemon tree. Do you remember when I planted, let's try to get the whole thing on camera. Do you remember when I planted this as a seed? Does anybody remember? It is well over 15 inches now. It is unbelievable. There's another little one next to it. He's about 3 inches tall, I guess, but look at how hardy those leaves look. Like, he's looking great, isn't he? And then these are the 2 basil plants that I repurchased because I didn't make it past 3 clippings. I ended up making 3 or 4 batches of pesto with my last sets of basil, and then I just couldn't get them to grow anymore after that. But so I bought 2 new plants, and I cut off a little bit to make bruschetta topping last night, but because I'm doing keto right now, I used my bruschetta on chicken instead of putting it on bread, and it was unbelievable. For those of you that don't know what bruschetta topping is, it's tomatoes, red onions, garlic, fresh basil, red wine vinegar, olive oil, and a little salt and pepper. So this is the new addition to the garden family. This is the Gardenia plant that I told you about the other day that I'm just tickled pink about. And so I've already replanted it, so I've done a good job there. And let's see if we can go close and you can see one of the buds. Can you see that? I didn't see them when I was at the store because it was raining there, and I was worried about my purse and worried about my phone, so I was kind of in a rush to get out of there. And so I just was like, okay, well, when I get buds, I get buds. It doesn't have flowers now, but it's okay. So here's one of the babies. Here's another baby. Here's another one. That's 3. Let me find some more. I counted 9 the other day. Of course, now I can only find a couple now that I'm claiming it. Anyway, so at least I could show you one. I'll turn this back around so you can see how, I've had trouble with my aloe vera. That one keeps falling down, so I have it leaning against the house now. Hopefully that will help, but in the meantime, it's a little shaky. It's not doing that well, but let's hope. So what's been happening is the storms have been so bad, and it's getting a little top heavy because it's grown so much that it falls over in a storm, and I probably need to consider planting it in the ground. And I used to own shovels from when I used to make sandcastles with Marlon at the beach, and apparently I've loaned them out or lost them over the years with moves. I have no shovels, so I am considering buying a shovel and planting the aloe vera in the ground because it's just getting too big to stay potted. And I feel so bad when I notice that it's fallen over because it definitely weakens the plant when it's laying on its side. Anyway, if anybody has any tips on that, let me know. Otherwise, I probably need to go buy a shovel. Yeah, lemon trees only work in the south. Whoever is wondering why lemon trees didn't work somewhere, they only work in the south as far as I know. Lemons, oranges, citrus all need to stay below the frost line, or I think they're allowed like one frost maybe, but I know that that's a big deal because even as north as Orlando, I know there's a lot of orange groves in Orlando, and I know it's really dangerous when they get frost. Yeah, Lisa, you live further north than I do, so your aloe probably can't go in the ground either. I'm pretty sure my aloe would be fine in the ground. If anybody has some tips on that, let me know. Yep, definitely need lots of water for citrus tea trees if you're in Las Vegas, that's for sure. Yeah, Ohio, you have other stuff. You've got lilacs in Ohio. We can't have lilacs here. You know, there's flowers and plants that thrive in all parts of the world, right? And wherever you live, there are awesome things that you have, and wherever someone else lives, there's awesome things where they have too. I remember living in Orlando years and years ago and seeing my first lemon tree and smelling my first lemon blossom, and I was like, holy smoke, that's amazing. It was my first time smelling something sweet outside of lilacs in Michigan. So I was very excited about that, and I've never had my own lemon tree before. So I hope that this works and I get to smell my own lemon blossom. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to have gardenia blossoms sooner than that, and very, very excited about that. Sandshell had lemon and avocado trees in California. That's awesome. We have a lot of avocado trees here too. I see a lot of avocado and mango trees here. I see lychee trees here too. Ooh, a pomegranate tree, Christine. That's awesome. Yes. If I owned this house, I would definitely be planting fruit trees in my backyard. I would plant avocado, fig, mango, what was it? Pomegranate. I would plant all of those, definitely. So whenever I own my own backyard, you better believe I'll be doing that. I can't wait. And if it never happens, that's fine too. It's still a good wish. It's still a good dream. Ooh, Sandshell has nuts in her yard. That's awesome. I used to visit an aunt in Albany, Georgia that had pecan trees in her backyard. They were delicious. Oh, Lisa, I can't afford to buy the house yet, but if I could, I would, absolutely. I would love to buy this house. But it's just not in the plans right now. But I would definitely if I could. Ooh, yes. Key lime tree would be amazing. I love making key lime pie. Keto diet's working fine, Donna. I'm feeling fine doing it, but I feel like I need to exercise too. And I actually, now that I've been doing it a few weeks, I've got more energy and excited to exercise again. I feel like I've lost some weight in my belly, but I just really want to tighten up my belly some more. So I've been doing some planking type exercises and started running again. So for me this weekend, I'm going to be doing some pattern writing and some chart making and now that the sky is clear, we'll get some photography done today hopefully, and should have some new patterns to release next week with some new videos. Guaranteed there will be part 2 of the Mystery Crochet Along video and pattern section for Monday. So if you're already part of the Mystery Crochet Along for September for the poppy scarf, you will get a new email update Monday morning with part 2 instructions, and then at probably 10 a.m. right after the podcast, we will release the part 2 video, supplemental video for the poppy scarf. I am still working on the Margot pattern, whoever asked that, Mint Pixie, but as soon as it's ready, I will be very happy to release that. The videos are done, the sample garments are done, I feel like I need to still work on the pattern. It got a little bit complicated in the sizing, and we've got 6 sizes, so I'm drawing the chart per size, so it's involving 6 yoke charts plus body chart, plus sizing and written instructions for all 6 sizes. So it's just a very meaty pattern and has an incredible amount of work to it, which involves an incredible amount of editing and tech editing as well. So just to make sure that things run smoothly, we just have to keep working on it as far as editing goes. So I'm sure you can understand that. So when it's ready, I will definitely be releasing it, but in the meantime, we'll probably be releasing a couple of shawl and wrap patterns next week, as well as the part 2 mystery component to the poppy scarf. Does anybody have any other questions? Yeah, and the poppy scarf will be a 4-part mystery crochet along. So part 2 will release Monday, then part 3 the following Monday, and part 4 the following Monday after that. Yes, some people are commenting on diets and stuff. You should always check with your doctor and consider your pre-existing conditions before starting any diet. I agree that is. Rita, all of the information is in the pattern. The pattern tells you how many squares to make. I don't recall off the top of my head. I probably wrote it 20 patterns ago. Sorry, I can't remember everything at the top of my head. I wish I could. I want to say it's 11, but I can't be certain. But it is written explicitly in the patterns. It's right there. Okay, well, I don't see any more questions, so I want to thank everybody so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed all the chat about and the demo about altering the Paloma top into a poncho and all the fun ways we could wear that as well. Hope you enjoyed my garden update, chatting with me and everyone else here. If you like the podcast, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, click that bell or click that red button in the corner, and then if you click the bell button next to it, you can get notified every time I go live or have a new pattern released. If you have any friends that might enjoy the podcast or any of my thousands of tutorial videos, please always feel welcome to share that as well with your friends. I'd really appreciate it. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you Monday morning, same time, same place. Bye-bye.